Imagine this. You're in Istanbul, taking in the beauty of the city when a friendly local invites you to a traditional Turkish tea. You accept only to find yourself on the wrong end of a scam. Now, picture yourself in a bustling bazaar, surrounded by the fragrant aroma of spices and the vibrant colors of Turkish delights. Out of nowhere, a jovial local appears, his smile as warming as the Turkish sun. He invites you to partake in a cherished tradition, a cup of Turkish tea, and with an open heart, you oblige. As you follow him through winding alleys, your senses are overwhelmed by the sights and sounds of Istanbul. You're led into a quaint tea shop, tucked away from the hustle and bustle, where the air is perfumed with the rich scent of brewed tea leaves. You're served a small tulip-shaped glass of the crimson elixir, its steamy tendrils curling up in the air, inviting you to take a sip. The tea is delightful, the conversation is engaging, and for a moment you feel truly immersed in the Turkish culture. But as the hourglass empties, so does the friendly demeanor of your newfound acquaintance. The bill arrives and your heart skips a beat. The cost of a simple cup of tea is astronomical, enough to buy rounds for the entire bazaar. You question the cost, but the shopkeeper insists, pointing to the fine print on the menu. A wave of disbelief washes over you as you realize you've just been a victim of the old bait and switch. And just like that, the friendly local disappears, leaving you to foot a hefty bill for a seemingly harmless cup of tea. Imagine yourself, a tourist, immersed in the vibrancy of Istanbul. As you stroll along, you notice a shoeshiner fumbling with his brushes. One slips from his grasp and rolls towards your feet. Being the good-hearted person you are, you pick it up and return it to him. He smiles, thanks you, and offers a free shoeshine as a token of gratitude. It seems like a harmless act of kindness, and you think, why not? Eager not to miss out on this local experience, you place your feet on the shoeshine stand. The shiner works his magic, swiftly brushing and buffing your shoes until they gleam under the Turkish sun. You sit back, taking in the hustle and bustle around you. But as the shoeshine nears completion, the atmosphere begins to shift. The shoeshiner, once friendly and grateful, starts to get agitated. He demands payment for the shoeshine. You're taken aback. Wasn't this supposed to be free? You try to argue, but he grows increasingly insistent, even threatening. You're caught off guard, flustered, and in an unfamiliar place. The situation spirals quickly. You're surrounded by a crowd drawing unwanted attention. The shoeshiner is now angrily demanding a steep price for his services. You feel a pit in your stomach. This was a scam, and you fell right into it. In the end, you reluctantly hand over the money, wanting nothing more than to extricate yourself from this uncomfortable situation. You walk away, feeling duped and frustrated. What started as a seemingly harmless interaction had turned into a sour experience. Just when you thought you were helping someone out, you find yourself tricked into paying for a service you didn't even need. Imagine you're in a taxi, heading back to your hotel when suddenly, the meter starts to skyrocket. You're stuck in a moving vehicle with no idea what's happening. Sounds terrifying, doesn't it? Let's talk about the story of an unsuspecting tourist who finds themselves in this exact situation. They're enjoying the vibrant cityscape of Istanbul, the hustle and bustle of the streets, the charm of the city, when out of nowhere the taxi meter starts ticking faster than a heartbeat in a horror movie. The tourist, let's call him John, is taken aback. The numbers on the meter are increasing at an alarming rate, much faster than the city's speeding traffic. The digits start to blur as the meter spins with a mind of its own. For a moment, John wonders if he's in a scene from a sci-fi movie. His heart pounds in his chest like a drum, each beat echoing the rapid ascent of the taxi meter. The streets outside, once alive with character and charm, now seem sinister and foreign. John feels a cold shiver of dread slide down his spine. He's trapped in the back seat of a moving vehicle, the city's lights flashing past in a dizzying blur. He's at the mercy of a driver who might as well be a stranger. His mind races with thoughts of being stranded or worse. He tries to reason with the driver, but the language barrier stands tall and unyielding. The driver shrugs nonchalantly, pointing at the meter as if to say, "It's out of my hands." John's stomach churns with a bitter cocktail of fear, anger, and helplessness. He's been duped, scammed right under his nose. He's a tourist who wanted to explore the vibrant city of Istanbul, but instead he's become a victim of its underbelly. And so, a simple taxi ride turns into a nightmare, leaving the tourist out of pocket and feeling betrayed. These are just a few of the scams that tourists might encounter while in Istanbul. But remember, these scams are not limited to one city or country. They can happen anywhere. And they do, even in the place we call home. In this grand city where East meets West, it's crucial to stay alert and informed. We've taken a trip into the world of the bait and switch scam, where you might find yourself paying for a product or service that wasn't what it initially seemed. Always be wary of too good to be true deals and double-check everything before handing over your money. We've also ventured into the shoeshine scam, a classic hustle that plays on your kindness. A seemingly innocent shoeshiner drops his brush, you help, and before you know it, you're charged an exorbitant fee for a shine you didn't ask for. The trick here is to remember that not all acts of kindness are genuine, and it's okay to say no. The taxi trick, another common scam, targets unsuspecting tourists fresh off the plane. A simple ride from the airport to your hotel can end up costing you much more than it should. The best advice is to pre-book a taxi, use a reputable taxi company, or better yet, use public transportation. Staying vigilant, researching before travel, and trusting your instincts are key to avoiding these scams and others like them. A little bit of caution goes a long way in ensuring you have a safe and enjoyable trip. Remember, scammers prey on tourists who appear lost, confused, or overly trusting. Always be aware of your surroundings, and don't be afraid to question things that don't seem right. It's also important to note that while we've highlighted these scams, they are not a reflection of Istanbul or its people as a whole. This city is a vibrant cultural gem with much to offer. Next time you travel, remember these stories. Stay alert, stay informed, and ensure your travel memories are ones you want to keep, not ones you wish to forget. Awareness is your best defense against scams. It's not about being paranoid, but about being prepared. When we set off on our travels, we're often filled with excitement and anticipation. The thought of new places, new faces, and new experiences is thrilling. However, every coin has two sides. Just as there's beauty and wonder, there's also the potential for trickery and deceit. That's not to scare you, but to prepare you. The importance of staying informed about common scams in your travel destination cannot be overstated. It's not just about knowing the scams, but understanding the local customs and norms. When you take the time to learn about a place and its people, you become less of a target. You blend in more, and that alone can often deter potential scammers. For instance, knowing that shoe shining is a proud profession in Turkey and not typically a roadside service can save you from the shoeshine scam. Understanding that taxis usually run on meters can help you avoid the taxi trick. It's these little pieces of knowledge that can make a world of difference. Remember, it's okay to say no. If something doesn't feel right, trust your gut. Don't feel pressured into situations you're not comfortable with. Often, the fear of appearing rude or offending someone can lead us into tricky situations. However, your safety and well-being are paramount. If you're unsure, it's perfectly fine to walk away. Lastly, don't let the fear of scams deter you from exploring. The world is a beautiful place filled with wonderful people. Yes, there are those who look to exploit, but they are far outnumbered by those who will extend their hand in friendship. Your adventure should be about creating beautiful memories, not about falling victim to scams. This is Cassie and Jonathan signing off from Expat Freedom Trail. Be happy, stay healthy, enjoy your journey, and forever live free.